Hello to my Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. This reading is for the 20th of August through the 27th of August. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Wherever you are, hopefully the weather is really, really nice as well. All right, we're going to dive right on in. Don't forget to recall your energy with every energy exchange. Don't forget to recall your energy with every energy exchange. Every energy exchange. Don't forget to recall. I got to say it because a lot of times people do forget, right? A lot of times people forget. So I'm trying to help you to remember. I'm a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. I love it. Okay, let's get it. All right. What is a current situation that's going on with my Aries right now? What is happening in Aries lives right now? Talking to you wherever Aries is in your birth chart. You are ruled first house. First house is about first impression. First impression, right? I'm a magnet for harmonious, peaceful, healed relationships. Alrighty. A high vibrating Aries is courageous, energetic, and pioneering, but a low vibrating Aries is impulsive, aggressive, and impatient, right? Know the difference before you say Team Aries. know the difference, y'all. All right, here we go. Current situation. All right, the Hierophant, right? Something could be going on with a Hierophant energy here, where you could feel like you have an innate spiritual understanding of something. You have an innate spiritual understanding of just kind of how you are, kind of how you're built, right? You could be a person who is reliable, very patient and sensual, but you may have been around people who were stubborn, possessive, and resistant to change, right? And so, yeah, you may be a person that once people gain your trust, they have your trust forever. Like they have you, or at least for a long time. I can't see forever, but they have your trust for a real long time. But it takes time to build, those things. And yeah, if that's who you are, that's wonderful. Any blockages for you? Any blockages for my Aries, right? So here we have a Saturn return here. That could be a blockage for you, a Saturn return. You could be, either you or somebody else could be new to an area, and Saturn return, something impulsive could have been said, and I say that because of number 21. 2 and 1 is 3. Something impulsive could have been said by you or someone else, and something that could have been said could have been sent out one way and received another way, and it could be causing just kind of like a number 5, which means that you're in the middle of something. Like not let me just say this, not that you're in the middle of something, but it could be causing something that seems like it's being kind of stubborn, like something is just like not gonna budge. You're not budging, somebody else could be not budging either. That could be a blockage, right? What about distant past? What about distant past here? What about a distant past, right? So the devil card could be, devil card is, right. Distant past could have been a situation where you may have dealt with a Taurus and a Capricorn during a Saturn return that could, from the past, could be determining something for you, right? What about a recent past? There could be some kind of an obsession with something, right? There could be some kind of an obsession. Like there could be some kind of lust here, because the devil card symbolizes lust. It also symbolizes obsession. It also symbolizes a restriction. So there could be some kind of obsession or some kind of restriction having to do with a Taurus and a Capricorn here during a Saturn return. And could have been talking to someone. So I feel like either somebody talked to you or you may have talked to someone. Something must have happened here. What about the recent past here? So that's a distant past, and this is the recent past, right? Meaning that recent events and impact your situation. Somebody could have actually met a soulmate, a kindred spirit, right? Somebody who is built strong, somebody who is just built as tough as you are, right? So that could present a dilemma. This is funny. It could present some kind of a dilemma. It's like, okay, there could be you could have met somebody, you could have met your match. Because Aries is a very independent zodiac sign, and so, but you could have met your match. Y'all know how Aries is. I mean, I'm speaking very highly of Aries. Somebody who is just as courageous as you are, someone who is just as energetic, and someone who is just as pioneering, right? They could be built strong just like you are too. And their strength could come out almost like they're obsessed. Their energy could mirror the same thing for you. You like, okay, I can't even believe this. Whoever you are, their energy could be the same as yours. Two of Cups. Yeah, Two of Cups. Y'all could be soulmates for real. This is funny. Hilarious. Okay, what's your strength here? What is Aries' strength? Okay. Yeah, so strength could be like your star. Like your star is Aquarius rules your friend. Okay, it could be your friendship group, right? You could have a strong friendship group, right? You shine bright in dark spaces, right? So something about your north node. So Capricorn. Okay, let's go back. So Taurus rules second house. So you want to find out what your zodiac sign is in your second house. So this is about knowing your worth and knowing your value, right? Material possessions, knowing your worth and knowing your value, right? And so this is about 10th house. 10th house is about vocation and career. So your inner calling, right? So you and somebody could be soulmates based on your inner calling, right? But then this also speaks to 11th house, right? So the number 11 is powerful all unto itself, just because 11 symbolizes light. And some people shine light, some people shine bright like a star, but they shine bright in dark spaces, right? And some people are just built tough. They shine bright in dark spaces. Right? So if people try to point out their demons, they're going to turn that mirror right back around and point out other people's demons. Like, hold on. So it's basically like a person that's like, okay, they're not afraid to admit that they may have temptations or demons themselves, but they're going to turn that mirror right back around. Like, hold on, cowpo. Right? So yeah, they'll send that spell work right back. But the devil is always in the details. The devil is always in the details. And I feel like somebody could have a soulmate here. And somebody could have a soulmate as an Aquarius. But again, you're when we're looking at your cards here, your strength is that you enlighten people. Like something that's your strength is that you enlighten your like keep people in the loop. That's 1 and 7 is 8. Like keeping people in the loop, right? So here we have near future. Yeah. So near future lets me know that in terms of like beliefs, right? This connects us with beliefs. So somebody's beliefs could be overwhelming. Like somebody's psychic gifts could be just overwhelming, like just really just overwhelming to a lot of people. It could you know, that's like I said, near future is that somebody's gifts could be just overwhelming. Like of just like who is part of a dark crew and just enlightening people. It can just be overwhelming to a point where it can just drown people. It could just like, how does somebody know so much? Like how does somebody, and you got a lot of major arcana here. A lot of major life things that's going on right here with a soulmate. This speaks to the 12th house. This is about ending. This is about ending. Because something is just overwhelming. When you're talking about gifts, when you're talking about like, so that's near future. Something has to end. Something is just overwhelming, right? That's short-term future and how things might turn out, right? If you don't change your direction and carry on your path. Yeah, because you can feel like somebody is a soulmate to you, but their gifts can be so overwhelming because somebody could literally be operating in their north node to a point where it's just like, okay, oh my God, like this energy just be calling it. Like they really operate you and your energy. Remember, let me walk back for a second. When you're operating in your north node, it can be overwhelming for people that it just seems like you just know things because it's a gift. It's a gift. It's an inner calling. It's a vocation. It's a calling. You were called to do something, but you're being called by source, right? And so when you're interacting with people who are called and they answer the call on their life, that can be for an independent zodiac sign that it's no other way for me to say it. It almost feels like they need to be needed to some degree. That's not a bad thing though, because you can't have, almost like you can't have two divine masculine energy, whether it's in man, female body. It doesn't really matter if it's a man, female body, but somebody gonna have to tone it down. Y'all know what I'm saying. Somebody's gonna have to calm down a little bit. Somebody's gonna have to jog around in a circle, right? But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here in the cards. But again, finding out what your moon sign is going to really, really help. When people know what their moon sign is, that is the solution, because your moon sign will help you to pour into yourself when people are overwhelmed by their inner calling. So if you're in a relationship with a soulmate, that is the solution, right? So I don't just bring what the problem is in a reading. I'm sharing a solution as well. The solution is two energies finding out what their moon sign is. That's why this moon card came out. So something is not overwhelming. So something is not overwhelming, right? So let's see what else we have. That's what's going to calm some people down. That's like puts the anxiety out. That's to kind of calms the anxiety down, right? Right? So influences on you, right? So you're creating something new. You're creating something new. Something in you. This is where the water comes in, because when your water is low, somebody's like, okay, you know what? I need to find out what my moon sign is. I need to pour into myself, because what the heck? What's the song? What the heck? What the hecky? I know I'm singing it wrong, but anyway, y'all know the real lyrics. So anyway, what about the external and environmental influence? Like how other people and their energies impact your situation and which will affect the outcome, like, because you're creating something new. Like somebody's finally starting to say, okay, I need to, it's you know what I feel like I'm talking to here, Aries? I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's boss energy, like somebody who is like really on top of things in terms of just how you built. Like somebody, when you're talking about a high vibrating Taurus, it may take them a minute to, and I'm saying you could have Taurus in your birth chart, right? Taurus rules second house. But when it takes Taurus could be you could just be the type of person that, like, you're built strong. Like when people have your loyalty, they have your loyalty like literally just to the end. They can count on you. They can depend on you, like to the end, right? And that's a great thing to have in a friendship, right? Really solid friendship, right? And so, but obviously everybody is not like that. Everybody hasn't had that, right? And so, but the calm and anxiety down is finding out what your moon sign is, because some people could have been raised by or could have been around dark Aries energies, right? Could have been, and so they could have had a mixture of high vibrating Aries, low vibrating Aries energies. Could have had a mixture of the two, right? So let's see what else we have. Let's see. So hopes and fears. So you're hoping to create something. What's the outcome here? So, yeah. Somebody feels left out. Yeah, somebody's going to have to learn how to leave people out of their business. Somebody's going to have to learn how to leave people out of their business, because somebody kind of sort of like maybe impulsively tells people stuff. And the people that people tell people stuff are just cold-hearted because they're always looking for something wrong. So there could be a fire sign that people like that's connected to something that people are always trying to get in somebody's business, that could to keep stuff going, keep some drama going. You know, sometimes people have friends that they just messy. I mean, I'm just trying to use another word, but messy is messy is at the forefront of my brains because that is really what it is. Some people don't know how to leave their friends out of their business. In the physical realm and in the spiritual realm, they always got to get on the phone and ask their friends advice, knowing good and well their friends have a divisive spirit and they cannot keep their friends out of their love life, their personal and their professional life, and it's always a problem. So until some people do that, it's always going to be a problem. There's always going to be a problem. So make a list of pros and cons. Wealth is within your reach. They want to call you, but they haven't changed. Whoever they are, peace is paramount to you. Journal your journey. Somebody has a python spirit. Somebody has a demon of lust. Yeah. Somebody has a friend who has a very lustful spirit. Like, this could be somebody who is attracted to both sexes, right? And so somebody wants to know step by step what's going on in your relationship. Like they just sitting at home, like the movie Single White Female or Single Black Female. Y'all know the movie, right? It could be a man or woman. I'm just using those titles in the movies. But it's almost like somebody got to be in the know every, like, play by play. Well, what y'all do last night? Or where y'all going today? And as exciting as it sounds to be talking to friends like that, sitting around a campfire talking, and this energy is an obsession with somebody. Like they just need to be kept in a loop at all times. And if it's showing that it's a problem for somebody that is a soulmate to you, and they're telling you it's a problem, that is going to ruin a relationship. That's going to ruin a relationship. Somebody needs to know every 5 minutes what's going on. It's going to keep you boxed in. Yeah. The angel of, the healer and protector of travelers. Yeah. You have the gift of clairsentience. You pick up on others' vibrations, their emotions, moods, and feelings. At what age did your parents work on their shadow self, and at what age did you work on your shadow self? But you are loved and protected. I'm telling y'all, a lot of people like Aries, but I'm telling y'all, it's some of y'all friends that be jacking y'all relationships up. And as you could have had you could have been friends with certain people since y'all was teenagers, but y'all can't even see that it's some of y'all friends. Some of y'all friends and families, they cannot stay out of y'all business. And some of y'all, it's hard for you because you're cardinal signs. But think of it this way, cardinal signs initiate the change of seasons, right? So going from spring to summer, fall to winter, right? And sometimes it can be chaotic. When y'all thinking about the change of seasons, sometimes it's like winter is like, I'm not ready to leave yet. And spring was like, okay, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here. And so the winter is like, I'm going to have one last big snow before you come in trying to be all cutesy with flowers and all of this other stuff. And spring is like, no, it's like they playing tug of war. So, but why, and you all are ruled by a fighting planet, right? Y'all are ruled by Mars, the energy planet. Why do you have to keep having tower moments with your friends and family when you pray for love? That's the question you got to ask yourself, Aries. Why do you have to keep having a tower moment? Why do you have to have a major, big blow-up fight with people that it's a common denominator? You know, it's almost like your friends are saying, oh, they must be insecure. We were here first. Okay. Put a rod in your back. Speak up and say something to your friends and say, hey, listen, this one right here, no, you're not getting into this one. You didn't cause too many problems. You didn't cause too many problems with your messiness. They doing all kinds of just stepping over. The reason why this is right here, they do too much to step over boundaries. This right here, they do too much stepping over boundaries. Bringing you back the latest stuff, gossiping, just keeping a bunch of stuff going. Because there is a sexual attraction there that somebody is not admitting to. They have a lustful spirit. They take stuff too far. And is it going to get somebody mad enough if somebody ends up switching teams? If you're in a relationship and they switch teams and end up with your friend, is that going to get you mad enough? If that's the thing that's going to get you mad enough, because remember, Mars is a sexual planet, and somebody starts seeing your friend, do you need that level of betrayal before you wake up? Somebody needs to wake up. Six of Swords. That's going to always keep happening. People going to just keep on moving on because somebody, for some reason, can't just cut a cord. 1,000 people keep telling people, okay, that's not really your friend. They see you as competition, but somehow somebody just can't cut off a friendship. 55, I'm evolving. So y'all will figure it out. Y'all will figure it out. When you lose enough relationships, you'll start to see who's really an open enemy. So that's what I'm seeing for you all, Aries. Love is trying to come in. There's no way you don't know who your soulmate is. That's a kindred spirit. And somebody in your circle, in your inner circle, who keeps a bunch of mess going, they have got to go. They have got to go. And it shouldn't come from a soulmate a soulmate coming in saying they don't like somebody because they overstep boundaries. That should not have to come from a new person coming into a circle at all. That should come from you. You got enough knowledge. You got King of Coins worth of knowledge. Whoever you are. So you're evolving. Substantial change in your future. Embrace the change and need to overcome your insecurities and let go of your fears. Find out what your moon sign is. Start pouring into yourself on a regular basis, and that is going to help you break up this, because there's no way you're going to keep running to people who are just as strong as you are and keeping some of these messy people around. So true offering. So true offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Because when you have people that know their worth and their value, they ain't hanging around for chaos and confusion. Yep, dream. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful, and I will see you all in the next video. Yeah, people are not walking away from their soulmates anymore. They're not sacrificing that anymore. Somebody got enough information. So you got a soulmate either coming in or in your life right now, and it's that same messy, whoever this energy is, who always got to keep somebody up to date, enlighten people on people's shadow side. Like they always got to have a one-upper. That's the type of a spirit that you hang up, that somebody's hanging around in their inner circle. You just waiting for an explosion to happen. And what you gonna do? Say, oh, I had no ideas. Well, I've been knowing. You confused. That's not gonna happen with some people. Some people have way too much class. They'll just move on. That is what I have for you, Aries. Hopefully this is helpful, and I will see you all in the next video. So yeah, I did put the notice out that the classes end on the 19th of August, and that will be the last class until who knows. Yeah, that's what I have for you. All right, so make it a great day, and don't forget to get out and get some sun. All right, bye.